Have you ever had a conversation where you felt like your message wasn't quite landing? Maybe you used perfect grammar and impressive vocabulary, but something still felt off. Often it's pronunciation. Think about it. Clear pronunciation is the foundation of effective communication. It's the bridge between your thoughts and the listener's understanding. When you sound clear and confident, you're not just expressing yourself effectively, but you're also shaping how others perceive you. Studies show that strong pronunciation can make you seem more intelligent, approachable, and even more competent. In today's globalized world, the ability to communicate clearly across languages is a valuable asset. The good news is, mastering pronunciation is a skill you can absolutely learn. Today, we're diving into 5 powerful steps that will help you sound like a native speaker and take your language skills to the next level. Before we begin, remember to like and subscribe for more language learning tips and tricks. Step 1, perception. Let's start with the foundation. If you want to make a sound, you need to hear it first. This means training your ear to recognize the subtle differences between sounds in your target language that might not exist in your native tongue. For example, in English, we have the T sound like in think, but some languages might not differentiate between thief and a simple T or D sound. So, if you can't hear the difference, how can you ever hope to reproduce it? Immerse yourself in the language. Watch movies and TV shows, listen to music and podcasts, and find opportunities to hear native speakers converse in real life. Pay close attention to the way they pronounce individual sounds, the rhythm of their speech, and the intonation they use. The more you expose yourself to these natural examples, the better you'll train your ear to pick up on the nuances of the language. Step 2. Learn how to say a new sound. Now that you've sharpened your listening skills, it's time to master your pronunciation. Let's see what techniques you can use. Technique 1. See how to speak. Find a visual resource or video tutorial that demonstrates the exact mouth and tongue placement for the sound. Watch closely, then try replicating those movements in a mirror. Notice the subtle details. Is your tongue tip touching your teeth? Are your lips rounded or spread? Technique 2. Feel the difference. Pay attention to the physical sensations when you make the sound correctly. Can you feel a vibration in your throat? A specific airflow direction? Once you understand these internal cues, you can better control the sound you produce. Technique 3. Practice and record. Don't just go through the motions, engage your voice. Start with simple exercises like isolated sounds or short syllables. Gradually move on to words and then simple phrases. Record yourself practicing the sound. Play it back and compare it to a native speaker. Focus on where there are discrepancies and refine your technique until you hear a closer match. Step 3. Practice. This is where the magic happens. Repetition. Just like mastering any skill, sounding like a native requires consistent practice. Don't just wait for conversations to arise. Dedicate specific time each day to drills and exercises focused on those new sounds. There are tons of resources available online, as well as in textbooks. Find exercises that target specific sounds and challenge yourself. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural it will become. Step 4. Intentional speaking. Once you've got the basics down, it's time to start integrating these sounds into your everyday speaking. Here's the key. Be intentional. Don't just rely on autopilot when you speak. Actively think about using the new sounds you've learned. This might feel awkward at first, but with consistent effort, it will become second nature. Talk to yourself in the mirror, read out loud, or shadow native speakers. Anything to get you consciously using those new sounds. Step 5. Focus on specific sound. Different languages have their own unique challenges. Identify the sounds that are most troublesome for you as a speaker. Maybe it's mastering the trill in Spanish or the tones in Mandarin. Focus your practice on those specific sounds and tailor your exercises accordingly. By prioritizing the sounds that trip you up the most, you'll see quicker and more targeted progress. So there you have it. With these 5 steps, you're well on your way to achieving native-like pronunciation. Remember, consistency is key. Keep practicing, and you'll be surprised at how quickly you start to sound like a natural. Now get out there and start speaking with confidence. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more language learning tips and tricks. And let us know in the comments below. What are some sounds you struggle with the most?